Hello. Today on the Leukopak Lady, I talk about ethics in the context of paying cell therapy donors and why I think it is more ethical to pay donors than to not. Ethical debates about paying blood and plasma donors often focus on whether this practice is exploitative. Paying donors could create a market for blood, increasing the chance that vulnerable populations will be exploited through unethical collection and consenting practices. However, while red blood cell and platelet components from volunteer donations are directly transfused, other parts of volunteer donations are sold for research and further manufacturing of commercial products. So many that claim donations should be untainted by commerce are actually engaging in the commercial blood market, potentially creating financial incentives to exploit unpaid donors. In developed countries, most plasma donors are of lower socioeconomic status and therefore may be more susceptible to financial incentives to donate. This alone is not exploitative, although it would be if the payment was used to coerce donors into disregarding risks or if it helped mask the truth about how their donation was going to be used. As evidence that the paid plasma industry is not coercing donors through payment, plasma donors are fully consented and informed of the risks of donating and that their donation will be used to make commercial medicines. 20% of plasma donors only donate 1 or 2 times, but the rest donate regularly, up to 2 times per week. It is unlikely that they would keep donating at these high frequencies if they were being unethically coerced into donating. In addition, plasma centers boost existing neighborhood businesses and attract new ones, meaning donors are donating at least in part to increase their disposable income. So let's come back to risk. The Nuffield Council on Bioethics cautions that relying solely on altruism in the presence of risk can itself be exploitative. Altruism has the potential to mask unethical collection and consenting practices and could be coercive to entice donors to disregard risks to themselves in order to help others. As I discussed in the last video, cell therapy product donations have the potential for significantly more risk than blood or plasma donations. So it seems more ethical to offer compensation to defray those risks than it does to insist donors give for altruistic reasons only. This is why consenting is so important. It's the key to ethical practices in blood and plasma and cell therapy collections. Donors of all blood products, whether compensated or not, should be fully informed of the collection process, associated risks, and all of the intended uses of their donated materials. Consenting should include the benefits of donation to the donor, to the collector, and to the end user of the donated materials. And I strongly believe that this includes blood collection centers that use parts of donations for direct transfusion and other parts for revenue generating activities. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as it is disclosed to the donor and the donor has a chance to weigh this information as part of their decision to donate. So providing comprehensive information ensures an ethical, informed consent process. And omitting key details needed to make an informed decision about volunteer or compensated donation, in my opinion, constitutes exploitation. So that's all for today. Join me on the next episode as I pull all of this back together and review the arguments for paying cell therapy donors.